guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys had a very Merry Christmas. I got this box from my grandma as my Christmas present and she says it's full of yarn, so let's unbox it together. Okay, I've moved down to the floor. Let's open this baby up. My grandma is a shopper. That's really what she does with her spare time. It's kind of a hobby for her to find a really good deal. So most of this yarn should have been bought on sale, I'm sure. She doesn't pay full price for anything. That's how she's been my entire life. Actually, the only thing we really did together when I was growing up was on Sundays, we would go to Kmart early in the morning and we would shop their blue light special, which I guess was like their clearance day of the week where they would mark stuff down really cheap early in the morning. And I really don't know what the deals were or how cheap stuff was, but she was always there, always shopping. And I was really too young to understand, but that was just kind of her hobby. Her hobby was looking for deals. She would never pass up a yard sale when I was younger. She would never pass up an estate sale, even though estate sales by nature are more expensive, so she wouldn't buy as much. But if there was a deal to be found, she was gonna find it. And now that I'm older, and I actually have a hobby, she has taken to making it her mission to find me yarn, craft supplies at a really good rate. And so she'll shop for these deals all year long and she keeps them inside her closet. And then at Christmas time, I get a giant box of what she has found for me. So this is actually the second giant shipment I got from her of yarn. A little while ago, she gave me, I don't know, 10 bags of velvet yarn that she had found for a really good deal and she couldn't pass it up. But let's see what she packed away for Christmas. Okay, immediately I know that I see something in here I love. All this yarn she found at Walmart, I think she said. Look how pretty. It all looks so pretty. So that's how she packed it up. It all looks so gorgeous. Okay, so this is Mainstays Soft Velvety Yarn. It is a weight 5 bulky yarn. Pretty sure it's polyester. Let's see if I can find that info. Yes, 100% polyester. And this is 315 yards and 300 grams. So very nice. And it's a beautiful pink color. I actually already have used this yarn. This is the yarn that she just gave me. She gave it to me in white and like a powder blue. So I already know I like it because I've already tried it. So it's a beautiful velvet yarn. And I'm super excited about this because Bernat Velvet and Bernat Baby Velvet were two of my favorite yarns to work with. But really, with the loss of our beloved Joann's, there's not a whole lot of places that I can pick it up for a decent price. So getting this is really amazing, and it looks like there's quite a few skeins in here of it. And so this is $12.98 originally, and she got them for $5 a piece. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and I think that's the last of it. So definitely about 50% of this gift was this beautiful baby pink yarn. So that's 12 of them, 315 yards. Alexa, what's 315 times 12? So I have 3,780 yards of this beautiful pink yarn. So this is actually really nice because I wrote a crochet pattern 2 years ago now for a Clefairy Pokemon, and I haven't made her in a while. I originally wrote her using Bernat Velvet, so I think this would be the perfect time for me to make a couple of her in this beautiful pink yarn. Velvet is so nice. I have been toying with the idea of making a 100% velvet yarn cardigan for a while now, but getting this much velvet, it's $12.98 originally, and that's from the Walmart brand. So, thinking of a different brand, it'd probably be even more. So trying to do that would be so expensive, but this way, that's much more affordable. So I might actually be able to make myself like the perfect baby pink velvet cardigan. That would be crazy. All right, let's see. Next, we have this. I have actually tried this yarn before and I really like it. This is the Lion Brand Yarns respun 100% recycled polyester. It was originally $6.77 and she got it for $4. And so this is a recycled yarn. This is 658 yards and 284 grams. It's a weight 4 medium. But this is that yarn and it has like this cool little like fuzzy texture. So I really like that. That's nice. I don't know what I'll do with it. That's quite a bit. What did I say? It's over 600. Yeah, 658 yards and it's a weight 4 yarn. That's quite a bit. I'll have to think of what I could make with this because that is quite a bit of yarn. It's only one skein in here. If it was 2 skeins, then I could do like a pretty cool cardigan or sweater or like an extra long scarf. I'm gonna have to think about that. Okay, and then in here, this is Mainstays acrylic yarn, 100% acrylic, 397 yards. And this is just red. You know what? I don't think any of these yarns have like names. Little Ridge Crochet Cow? No, I think that's a pattern that comes with it. Yeah, I don't think any of these have names. Like this is just red. It doesn't have like a color name on it. But this is a worsted weight yarn. This will be good for Christmas decorations, especially since I got the Caydo ICord maker now. I'm in love, guys. I made all these little Christmas bows and we wore them for our Christmas photos. And I actually have my little tree here in the corner covered with bows that I made with the ICord. And so like I'm like having so much fun using that. So I'm sure that I'm gonna run this through my ICord maker and make some decorations for Valentine's. Valentine's Day is coming up in February. I'm sure that I can make, what if I did a little heart bunting? That would be so cute. So I'm sure that I will be able to use that. Okay, next up we have Bernat Future Inspire Stitch for a Better Tomorrow. So this is 80% recycled acrylic and 20% recycled wool. Ooh, that's interesting. This is in the color Cloudy Day. It's a weight 6 bulky yarn and it's kind of like this, it's not braided, but it's the kind of yarn where it's like a thick and then it's like wrapped around with like a thinner yarn to, it's kind of like a faux braid. So this is interesting. So this is from Bernat. And it was originally $7.47 and she paid $5.50. So that is that yarn texture. It's slightly fuzzy like wool. There's the label. So Bernat Future. So Cloudy Day, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 6 skeins of this one, and each is 108 yards or 170 grams. So 108 yards with 6. So that's about 656 yards, I think, maybe. This color and texture I think would make such a cute chunky cardigan, but I'm not that experienced in making wearables, so estimating the yarn in my brain is kind of hard. Like I know for like a fingering weight, because that's what I'm working on right now. I'm working with a fingering weight yarn to make a dress, and I just finished, like I didn't finish it, but like I'm halfway through a sweater in a weight 2 yarn, and that one is also pretty thin. So for those, I'm needing like thousands and thousands of yards. I'm gonna have to see if I can find a pattern that tells you the weight and see if I can find it for a weight 6 bulky. And then that'll tell me the answer. But this would be such a cute, like cozy cardigan, like a rainy day cardigan. Oh, so gorgeous. Okay. And in that same yarn, the Bernat Future, this is the colorway Slated, and it's a beautiful blue. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 5 of these. This is such a pretty blue. I could probably do like a really nice scarf with this actually, in this pretty blue, because I don't wear this color blue, but it is beautiful. So it would be nice for like an optional pop of color. I'm an autumn color palette, so I'm technically not even supposed to wear this color blue, but it is super pretty. Maybe for my daughter. My daughter's a little lighter than I am. And last, there's one more skein in here. And this one doesn't have a real label, so I don't know what it is. It says it is HTUSA Aspen Tweed. And it was originally, I don't know, it doesn't say the original price. It says that she saved $1.30 and that she got it for $1.96. It doesn't tell me how much it is. It doesn't tell me what the composition is. I don't know, have any information on this. That's all it says. But it's a very interesting texture. It's shiny, so I'm guessing it is acrylic. I think there's some tests you can do, like set a piece of it on fire and then it'll tell you like the composition based on how it burns. It doesn't feel like cotton. It's definitely not a natural fiber. It's probably acrylic. It's very shiny. This might be good for like an amigurumi sweater. So like when you make like a plushie and you put a little sweater on it, this might be cute for that. But that's it. The box is empty. I didn't count as I went, so let me pack this away nicely. I'm actually going to put all the like yarns together until I can properly put these away on my shelves. My grandma said that she actually made friends with the guy who works in the like stocking the clearance section at the Walmart that she goes to, which I 100% believe that woman can make friends with anybody, I swear. Her whole life, she's been getting like unbelievable deals or like free items from people just for simply being who she is. She's so personable. She really just has a personality that people are drawn to. So she used to work for an Air Force base as a food truck driver, and then that Air Force base got like sold, so it was no longer like a government Air Force base. It was run by Boeing. One of the commanders there was getting restationed, right? Because you can't work for a private company. So he's getting restationed to a different Air Force base. And he told her about a job that he had heard about. And he passed her name along to the hiring manager. The hiring manager calls her in. The job isn't a food truck driver, it's for security. And so it's actually for like one of the manager roles in the security department. So the security department there, it wasn't just walking around and like being a security guard. It was like actually monitoring access and badges and swipes and cameras. So you had to know how to use a computer. My grandma had no idea how to use a computer. I remember I was about 10 years old and she came home and she was like, okay, I need you to show me how to turn this thing on. And it was our like computer. And I was like, what do you mean you need to know how to turn it on? She's like, so which button do I push? And I was like, okay. So I showed her like a tutorial how you turn on the computer. And it turns out like that has nothing to do with like her job. But like at the time, she knew so little about computers that she thought she needed to be able to turn on like our home computer. So she got the job. During the interview, they told her, don't worry, we'll train you on the computer system. And they did. She's still working there to this day in the security department. At one point, she was running the entire security department. They hired her based on personality, had nothing to do with, her experience or skills. She had never worked in security. She didn't know how to use a computer for sure. And she did. She learned. She worked hard. She got really good at her job. And then when her boss left, she took over his role. And a few years ago, she actually ended up stepping down because she wanted less hours because, she's way past retirement age now. She likes working. She likes people. She doesn't want to sit at home all day. So she's still working to this day, well past her age of retirement. Already put in, way more than her 20 years. So she's great. So I love this gift. Grandma, if you see this video, thank you so much. I'm going to have to reorganize my shelves, which isn't a big deal because the New Year's coming and we're going to all be spring cleaning anyways. And my shelves do need a good reorganization. All right. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you guys had a very Merry Christmas. Thank you for going through one of my Christmas presents with me. I love it so much. She's actually the only person that gave me yarn this year, which was kind of surprising. My husband got me the Harbinger series. So the author Jeff Wheeler just had a Kickstarter to do a special edition release of his completed series, the Harbinger series. And my husband backed the Kickstarter. So I'm going to get those books when they release in February. And they are beautiful limited edition books. Okay, guys. I hope you guys have a very happy new year. And thanks for hanging out with me. Bye.